Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Also, if you are new, welcome. My name is Cambriea and this is Living with Cambriea. And today is a little bit different because it started as a regular day. Woke up, wanted to clean the room, make the bed, do the basic mom life, cleaning motivation. I also was planning on doing some organizing. I got my organizers that I ordered. You would have seen that in my last video. So that was my plan on this day. However, things quickly took a turn and changed into more of a room refresh. But you know what? It worked out in the end. And actually, if you follow us on Cambriea and Bobby, our family vlog channel, you would have seen a lot of this already. But yeah, so in today's video, you're still getting a lot of real life mom cleaning motivation. We're doing some regular cleaning, some deep cleaning stuff all around the house, but we are also going to be refreshing the room off of our pool area. And like I said, it was a complete surprise. Definitely was not the plan on this day.
Now I'm stopping you. I put myself up there to trust you, despite all of the things I've been through. I see now the sweet taste suddenly been exchanged for the clean slate. You really got me stuck. Then you walked away while I was in the shock. You would drift astray for all the things you told me that weren't true. I've got one.
Also, big shout out to everyone that had commented, sent me messages, everything about an account on Facebook stealing my videos and reposting them. I really appreciate it, guys. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to get Facebook to take them down. So for everyone that's been helping me out by going over there and reporting, and like I said, just letting me know, I so greatly appreciate it. Unfortunately, like I said, there's very little that I can do about it, but it's definitely very discouraging when you spend hours and hours making this content for someone else literally just to download and repost and profit off of your hard work. So thank you guys so much. I'm going in with my spray away glass cleaner. And I always do a 2-cloth method, and you're gonna see why. If you watch this mirror, it always still seems slightly streaky, and usually it's not that bad. This angle just happened to be like perfect that you could see the streaks. Usually you guys don't see them, and honestly, even in person, it's not like the worst thing in the world, but it does happen. And using the one cloth to clean and then going in with a dry window cloth, which you guys always ask where I get my window cloths. And I have a couple different brands. Honestly, I feel like as long as it's a glass cloth, you're fine. Even like a glass cloth for glasses works perfectly. But into the bathroom, not too much to do in here. I just wanted to wipe things down, clean it up, just get it a little bit back in order. I had also been noticing that the water spots on our faucets were getting really bad, so I wanted to go in there and give it a good polish. Normally, like on a day-to-day, I just wipe it down, but then once again, you deal with streaks and stuff, so I really wanted to go in and actually polish it down.
We just act a little crazy, and we're following our heartbeats. We don't wanna be like got the boombox blasting, and we're just laughing. The neighbors try to shut us down, but you know they can blame us for acting shameless. Now we just like to have some fun. We're just like ooh. We don't worry about tomorrow. We just ooh. What we wanna do tonight before we all grow old. So don't tell me how to act or how I should be. All we wanted is to be.
All right, and on to the big surprise into our dog room / pool room. We have been wanting to replace this it's not tile, I don't know, like cheap laminate that was in here in this like white marble look for a while, because this room was never sealed well, and unfortunately it had allowed water in here. If you've been following me for a while, you know that. And it's been lifting these tiles and causing them to break. These tiles are also super, super slippery when wet. So you can imagine coming right off of the pool area with little kids, not the best combination. Well, Bobby was in here measuring the ceiling to see if we could raise these floors slightly to be more level with the floors that are in the house. There's a tiny, tiny little step down. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Let's see if we can see what's under this tile that's out here. Because we knew this used to be like an actual sunroom. And then they made it an add-on to the house, which we love. We really like this room. It's great for the dogs or just the kids playing their VR, whatever. It's a great extra part of the house. But with that, we weren't sure what was actually under here. I was pleasantly surprised. Now, I do know this tile that is underneath is going to be, some people love it, some people hate it. I fell in love with it. I loved the old look to it, and the colors really blended with this room already. And I was like, okay, I need to clean this and get it like all put together, because I don't know if we actually need to replace it. I think we just need to take this stuff off and leave the old and bring some of that old character back into this house of what was in here. So as you can see, it was a family affair, though. Xander was out there helping us pull it up. If you follow us on our family vlog channel, you actually would have seen Freya and Bjorn also helping in here, just getting it all put out in the garbage that we pulled up into the pool area. That way we could get all of this out and I could start cleaning it up. We also wanted to pull off the baseboards and replace them with the same baseboards that we have throughout the house, especially since after pulling it up, there was then a gap between the floor and the baseboards. And this ended up being a project that ended up taking us the rest of the day, because Bobby went to the hardware store and got the materials we needed to finish this up. It actually also worked out because the tile in the window, which you'll see later on, I was not a huge fan of it. It's not horrible, but it needed to be regrouted, and I really just wanted it to be white and bright and everything. And I actually had the material. I had bought it months ago. But I just hadn't done it yet because I knew I'd have to pull things out of the room to get at it and whatnot. But since we were able to get those tiles up, it actually allowed us to do a more thorough sealing on this ground. Also, we had a smell in this room. It wasn't horrendous, but it wasn't great either. And it made no sense to us because we had checked this paneling and the wood and it was all fine. Well, it turns out that there was moisture that was being trapped under those tiles that was never drying and causing that musty smell. When I tell you, the second we had those tiles out of this room smelt perfectly normal. So that was also a huge bonus. I had mopped this floor with an actual mop and with that vacuum mop from Hoover a couple times already, but I wanted to just make sure like these floors were clean. So this was just like a test section where I went in with some Barkeeper's Friend, some Dawn dish soap and water, and with my scrub brush gave it a really good scrubbing. Turns out these were completely clean. Like I said, I just wanted to be sure. They had been under the water under those floors for a while, and I didn't know what type of shape they were in. So after doing this little test strip, I ended up just going around the rest of the room, mopping it. I did use my O-Cedar mop though, because what I did notice, and I've been talking about my new mop and my old cedar mop a lot lately, is the new mop did not work as well with getting in the crevices, especially where I had like the barkeeper's friend and it really had to like clean it up. So I did bring out my O-Cedar to really clean up the mess I had made from the Dawn and the barkeeper's friend. But I still love that other mop, but that is why you are seeing me use my spin mop again. So now I'm still on the fence of if I keep my O-Cedar or not. Usually this wouldn't be a thing, but since these floors did have the grooves and textures and everything, the O-Cedar did work better in here than my new mop.
You pick me up when I'm down, and that's just one of many things that makes me believe that you're a dream. Yeah, it's no secret at all. It's so obvious to all of us. Yeah, you're perfect, from the way you laugh to the way you behave when you're mad. So perfect, when I see you dance, spin my world around and around. Ooh, I know that you're worth it.
All right, and then this is that tile I was talking a little bit earlier about. So I'm just dusting everything down. Might as well, if I was tearing this room out, I was going to make sure everything was thoroughly dusted and deep cleaned. Great thing about any type of room refresh or room makeover is it makes it so much easier to give everything a really good deep cleaning. So I was making sure to do that. And then I'm going to go in and refinish this tile. I have used tile refinishing kits a couple of times and they really aren't that hard, but prep is key. So you have to really make sure that it's really clean, that you use some sort of an abrasive to rough up the tile and everything. And then where the grout was coming out, I actually just went in with caulk. Yes, I don't know if that's the best thing in the world, but I saw no reason to fill it with grout when I was going to be going over it with this paint and refinisher stuff. So that is how I ended up handling that. I am not a professional, so don't come and judge me. And it actually worked out really well. After I got the couple coats on it and everything, I think it worked great. I just made sure it was a caulk that was flexible. That way with any movements or shifts, there wasn't going to be any cracking. I feel like that's key, honestly, with putting caulk anywhere, is you need to make sure it is flexible and you need to make sure it says it's paintable.
Just turn my back and put them all away, 'cause that would be great. I'll move on, I'll be just fine. I will let go. Still my broken heart is beating, so tonight I will believe it. And I got this crazy feeling that someday I'll be okay. Wait, no, please don't go away. It's what you said to me, that without me you'll be lost.
This tile refinishing paint you can get at pretty much any hardware store, and they come in different colors. I've always only done white. In my very, very first house that Bobby and I owned, we had a pink bathroom. It was definitely retro. The tub was pink. The tiles on the wall were pink. The counters were pink tile, which I hate tile counters. They just give me the gross heebie-jeebies because of all the grime. Like, you guys know how dirty grout gets, so to think when it's on the counters. But it was all over. And that was the very first time I had ever used a tile refinishing kit. So I was not a pro by any means. But what I did learn is, like I said, you need to prep, especially if you are doing a shower or anything like that, because the moisture definitely, it's just way more important. So when I did that house, unfortunately, The bathtub ended up peeling. I ended up having to completely strip it, redo it later on. However, all the tile that I did on the counter as well as the walls stayed perfectly. So you do have a little bit more leeway when you are doing stuff like this window that's not going to be a lot of traffic on it, moisture on it, things like that. But definitely, if you are ever thinking about refinishing a shower, definitely don't skip out on prep. Like, take an entire day to clean it, to scrub it, and then it says wait like 2-3 days before using it. I would wait like an entire week. Make sure that is sealed up. That is my biggest thing. If you have ever thought about it, are those couple tips: is take your time on the prep and don't use that bathtub or shower for at least a week. Because I think that is where I went wrong the first time I did it.
We could go to California or anywhere you wanna. As long as I'm with you, I'm alright. And we don't need the drama. We found our own nirvana. So run away with me tonight. 'Cause it feels like I'm dreaming when I'm waking up next to you. And my wild heart is beating because it's beating next to you. Let's find some.
I love this counter in this little pet cabinet. That's what I'm going to call it. It holds the animal medicine, treats, bird food, dog food, all of the things animal related. But this counter, you're probably wondering, why do I love it so much? This counter gets filthy. Like, it gets so dirty. The kids have different chores in the house, so feeding the animals is one of them. Well, Xander, whenever he feeds the birds, he brings the containers inside and sets it on this counter. And it's just always so dirty. But I feel like it never looks dirty, which, don't get me wrong, you don't want something to not look dirty and then not clean it. But it's nice to be able to disguise the dirt well you need to. As you can see, all of that was on this counter. But yeah, love that counter because it really does disguise all the dust and dirt from all the animal stuff. But if you are anything like me, when you start a project, the rest of your house just gets neglected. So after I was done putting that room back together, I came inside and wanted to give the house a really, really good cleaning, because this much of a mess gives me so much anxiety and just, I don't know, it just puts me in a bad mood. This is why I always say I don't love cleaning, but I love having a clean house. And the only way I can stay motivated to clean my house is knowing that mentally I'm going to feel so much better and so much more relaxed when it is clean.
'Cause I will run away, I will run away. 'Cause it feels like I'm dreaming when I'm waking up next to you. And my wild heart is beating because it's beating next to you. Let's find something better to hold on to. 'Cause we can do anything we want to. And I can't help the feeling that I get when I'm next to you. Get when I'm next.
Also, if you're wondering about a really good organization video, that is still coming up because it was still on my list of things to do. That video will be out Tuesday. So we are doing some bathroom organizing, some kitchen organizing, pantry, freezer, bunch of organization going on. I've really just prepped the beginning of this year. You guys know we did a really big declutter. We did a really good cleaning. So it was time to get some organization in there. Plus, I've had a lot of you guys on me about getting better organization into my bathroom. So that is coming up Tuesday. So if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss that. As well as, hopefully, cross my fingers, Friday will be a bedroom makeover in Bjorn's room. You guys know we just did the 4th bedroom for Xander, and he absolutely loves it. But needless to say, Bjorn wanted a little bit of a refresh in his room, so we wanted to do that. Plus, with still the possibility of Grandma moving in with us, we knew that updating that room that Bjorn's in currently will work well. That way, when Xander moves back into that room, if he moves back into that room once Grandma moves down here, it's nice and refreshed and still fun and everything. I don't have any concerns about the boys moving back into the same room because honestly, they're always still in the same room. So I don't see any issue with it. I know a couple people are like, oh, I hope Xander doesn't lose his room. But realistically, the kids still are always like playing with each other in one room the whole time. So I think it'll be fine. Plus, I actually love the idea if Grandma moves down here. We always talk to our kids about our family values and whatnot. And one of them being that if family needs help, we take care of them. I'm not a huge fan of nursing homes unless it's absolutely necessary. And they hear what we say, but the idea that they'll be able to see that we actually take action on what we believe, I think will be a really good learning experience for them. So I'm excited about the opportunity of Grandma possibly moving down here, and I think she would love it. Moving from cold Wisconsin where they're dealing with gloomy, cold, nasty. Every time my sisters Marco Polo and show us the weather, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad we moved to Florida. And I think Grandma, at 84 years old, deserves some of her last remaining years in the Sunshine State. There is something so satisfying to be about having a clean sink. I love cleaning out my sink. Oh, talking about sinks, I need your guys' help. So please, please leave me a comment down below. A couple weeks ago, and I said it on here, mentioned how I had a bag of potatoes, just one potato in that bag go bad. With that happening, I got fruit flies, and I am notorious about making sure that food and stuff is cleaned up and we don't get bugs in the house. And I have tried to get rid of these fruit flies so bad. I have that little blue light that gets plugged in, which normally works great for the like little once in a while insects you get in the house. I can't get rid of them. I have different containers of apple cider vinegar throughout my house. Doesn't seem to be working. It catches a handful of them, but not that many. So please give me your advice to get rid of these fruit flies, because otherwise I might just have to burn my house down or bomb it with bug bomb or something, because they are driving me absolutely insane. One thing I can't stand is bugs in the house. So I realize every once in a while a fly gets in the house or something like that, but I swear fruit flies are so much worse than an actual fly. So, yes, let me know in the comments below your guys' tricks, because I am at this point willing to try anything.
But I like it like that. And it's so wrong, but still so strong. But I like it like that. Now we catch your fire, 'cause you take me higher. You know you're everything that I ever desire. And we crossing borders, no taking orders. And I like it like that. Even on broken watches, right 2 times a day. I took a chance and I was right.
Minnie, as you can see, is way more of a shadow than Freya ever was. She is always around. She is the sweetest thing, though. I had someone ask the other day where Minnie sleeps. So Minnie actually sleeps in the bed with Bobby and I. Bobby and I have no issues with animals being in our bed. The only reason Drake never slept in our bed is he got too hot. He never stayed in it. Bailey, when he was a puppy, did. And then Big Boy decided that when he laid down, he needed to sprawl all the way out. So that quickly ended. But Minnie, she's so tiny, she usually sleeps at the foot of our bed or in between Bobby and my pillow. So that's where she likes to hang out. She is definitely attached to me, though. Wherever I am, she wants to be. Like, if I get up in the morning, actually this morning, before taking the kids to school. Oh, I also had someone ask me about what coffee we use in our espresso machine. So this is the coffee we get. We get it from my mom's coffee shop. I know they're out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is part of the reason my parents go with them. But this is a coffee we use. It is so good. So good. But yeah, so, oh, now I lost my train of thought. I will be back once I remember.
Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo, so now we just let go. To the beat in the streets, every freak out, singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we're freaking.
Oh, yes, I remember. Okay, I was talking about Minnie being super attached to me. So this morning before taking the boys to school, she was still asleep, and I wanted her to stay asleep because otherwise, like, she gets sad when I leave the house because basically I get up, get dressed, let her go potty, and then the boys and I leave. We got to be there extra early because Xander's safety patrol, and none of us are morning people. So we sleep till the very last minute and then get in the car. So I, like, put the blanket over her, started petting her, hoping she would, like, stay asleep because she started rustling when she heard my alarm go off. She still woke up. I was hoping that the blanket over her would, like, distract her when I snuck out of the bed. You know, like how you sneak out of your toddler's room when they wake up in the middle of the night and you have to go soothe them? That is what I was doing with our puppy. This sounds horrible. But, yes, she is definitely a class 1, like, clinger puppy.
And know that everything will be alright when we dance and we fall and we don't care at all. Now we just sing the la 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 la.
And then after dealing with the couches and the tables and everything, I moved on to cleaning the ceiling fan. So the ceiling fan didn't seem that bad, and I stay on top of the ceiling fan a lot more just because we do spend a lot of time in our family room. But so I wanted to go in. I'm going to show you guys, though, this rag when I am done. I was not expecting it to be as dirty as it was. I normally, like I say, stay really on top of it, and it didn't look that dirty. This is all the dust from that ceiling fan. Definitely gross. Oh, also I had someone ask the other day about why all my lights in my house are on during the day. So they are not normally. I know that seems like super odd, and it would be really odd to me also. But when I am filming, I turn all the lights on, and they are daylight bulbs because it actually makes the filming quality better. So I am not cuckoo crazy. My lights are not all on in my house during the day. I only have them on in the rooms or the rooms adjacent to where I am filming, just to help with giving you guys the best video quality possible. So I promise I'm not cuckoo crazy running my electric bill through the roof every single month because, yeah, I don't play that way.
It got me thinking, but I found a solution. She's so in love, she really is. Will I get any chance to see him? That's when I saw him sitting next to me in class. I ain't ready and my heart is beating fast. She's so in love, she really is. Something happened, I couldn't speak a word now. He said hi, what to do? Once again, my knees got weak, I had to leave. It was me.
Now, if you guys have not checked out my most recent videos, I did a tips on creating a cleaning routine, tips for decluttering, tips for maintaining a clean home. Definitely go back and watch those videos on my channel. Just click on the little picture of me and go check those out, because those videos are perfect to watch before my next video comes out about organization. They kind of all fit perfectly in a row, which is why I have put them out like that. So definitely go to my channel and go watch those videos before Tuesday when the decluttering video comes out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. But I'll see you next time. Bye.
I'll drop